The story begins in a world where power, wealth, and family names determine who survives and who gets destroyed. In the city of Shangjin, two powerful families are locked in a dangerous struggle for influence. Behind the beautiful palaces and luxurious estates are secrets, political schemes, and people willing to sacrifice anyone to protect their position. But in the middle of all this chaos lives a young woman named Jiang Xinbai. Unlike the other young women of her age, Jiang Xinbai has spent much of her life hiding her true identity. Because of circumstances surrounding her family, she is forced to disguise herself and survive in a world where revealing the truth could put her life in danger. She learns very early that trust is dangerous. Every smile could hide a secret. Every friendship could be a trap. And every powerful person could become her enemy. Despite the difficulties surrounding her, Jiang Xinbai is intelligent, observant, and extremely determined. She refuses to allow her difficult circumstances to decide her future. But everything changes when she crosses paths with Jiang Zhen. Jiang Zhen is a powerful and mysterious man. He comes from a background that gives him influence, but his cold personality makes it difficult for anyone to understand what he is really thinking. When Jiang Xinbai first encounters him, the two immediately clash. She sees him as arrogant and dangerous. He sees her as suspicious. Neither of them realizes that this uncomfortable meeting will eventually change both of their lives. At first, Jiang Xinbai only wants to protect herself and uncover the truth surrounding her family. She has no interest in romance. But fate has other plans. As the two begin encountering each other repeatedly, Jiang Zhen starts noticing that there is something unusual about her. She doesn't behave like an ordinary young woman. She is brave when she should be frightened. She is clever when others expect her to be helpless. And whenever danger appears, she somehow manages to find a way out. Jiang Zhen becomes increasingly curious about her. Meanwhile, Jiang Xinbai begins to realize that Jiang Zhen may not be the heartless man she originally believed him to be. Behind his cold expression is someone carrying his own burdens and secrets. However, before they can understand their feelings for each other, they are pulled into a much larger conflict. A powerful enemy begins making moves behind the scenes. People connected to Jiang Xinbai's past start appearing one after another. And suddenly, the secrets she has spent years protecting are no longer safe. One evening, Jiang Xinbai discovers information that makes her realize someone has been secretly investigating her identity. She becomes frightened. If her true identity is exposed, she could lose everything. She immediately begins searching for the person responsible. But instead of finding an enemy, she unexpectedly finds Jiang Zhen. He has also been investigating the same mystery. The two realize that their enemies may actually be connected. For the first time, they are forced to work together. Jiang Xinbai doesn't completely trust him, but she knows that refusing his help could be even more dangerous. So they make a temporary agreement. They will cooperate until they discover the truth. But neither of them realizes how complicated this arrangement will become. As they investigate, they uncover evidence pointing toward a powerful family. The deeper they go, the more dangerous the situation becomes. Someone attempts to silence Jiang Xinbai. She narrowly escapes an attack, but Jiang Zhen arrives just in time to protect her. For a moment, their usual arguments disappear. Jiang Xinbai looks at him differently. She begins wondering why this cold and distant man keeps risking himself to protect her. Jiang Zhen also begins developing feelings that he refuses to acknowledge. He tells himself that he is only protecting her because their investigation is connected. But his actions tell a completely different story. Whenever she is in danger, he appears. Whenever someone threatens her, he becomes furious. And whenever she disappears, he is the first person to search for her. Meanwhile, the people behind the conspiracy are preparing their next move. They know Jiang Xinbai has discovered something important. And they are determined to stop her before she can reveal the truth. One night, Jiang Xinbai receives a mysterious message. The message contains a clue about her family. It suggests that the tragedy she believed happened years ago may not have happened the way she was told. Her entire understanding of her past begins to collapse. She realizes that someone has been lying to her for years. But the biggest shock is still waiting for her. The person who knows the truth may be someone very close to her. Before she can investigate further, she is suddenly surrounded by enemies. She tries to escape, but there are too many of them. Just when it seems that she has nowhere to run, Jiang Zhen arrives. A fierce confrontation begins. Jiang Zhen fights desperately to protect her, while Jiang Xinbai searches for a way to escape. During the struggle, Jiang Zhen is injured. Jiang Xinbai is shocked. For the first time, she realizes just how much he is willing to sacrifice for her. After they finally escape, she treats his wound. The atmosphere between them becomes strangely quiet. Jiang Zhen looks at her and asks why she cares so much about him. She doesn't know how to answer. Because somewhere along the way, the man she once considered her greatest obstacle has become the person she trusts the most. But before they can say anything more, Jiang Xinbai notices something strange. The wound on Jiang Zhen's body is connected to a symbol she has seen before. The same symbol appeared in the mysterious message about her family. She begins to suspect that Jiang Zhen may know much more about her past than he has admitted. And suddenly, she wonders, did Jiang Zhen approach her because he genuinely wanted to protect her, or because he had been investigating her all along? The question leaves her heart filled with doubt. Meanwhile, somewhere in the shadows, the real mastermind watches their every move. He knows Jiang Xinbai is getting closer to the truth. And he knows that if she discovers the secret buried in her family's past, an entire chain of powerful people could be destroyed. So he gives one final order. Make sure she never discovers the truth. As part 1 comes to an end, Jiang Xinbai stands before an old family relic that may contain the answer to everything. She reaches toward it. But before she can open it, she hears footsteps behind her. She turns around. And the person standing there is the last person she expected to see. Who is secretly connected to Jiang Xinbai's past? Can she trust Jiang Zhen? And what terrible secret has her family been hiding from her? The answers will change everything. The mysterious person standing behind Jiang Xinbai leaves her completely shocked. For a moment, she cannot move. The person knows details about her family that almost nobody should know. Instead of attacking her, the stranger gives her a warning. He tells her to stop investigating the past before she puts herself in even greater danger. But Jiang Xinbai refuses to back down. After everything she has endured, she cannot simply walk away from the truth. She demands to know what happened to her family. The stranger only tells her one thing. The person you trust the most may be the one hiding the truth from you. Before Jiang Xinbai can ask another question, the stranger disappears. She is left standing there, confused and frightened. Those words continue to echo in her mind. Who could she possibly trust? Her thoughts immediately turn to Jiang Zhen. After all, he has been helping her investigate the mystery. But now she begins wondering whether he has his own hidden reason for staying close to her. The next morning, Jiang Zhen notices that something is wrong. Jiang Xinbai is unusually quiet. When he asks what happened, she refuses to tell him. Instead, she starts keeping her distance. Jiang Zhen is confused by the sudden change. He tries to question her, but she simply tells him that she has decided to investigate alone. Jiang Zhen becomes frustrated. He knows that she is walking directly into danger. But Jiang Xinbai refuses to listen. She secretly returns to the place where she found the mysterious family relic. After searching carefully, she discovers a hidden compartment. Inside is an old letter. The letter contains a name she recognizes. It belongs to someone who was closely connected to her family many years ago. But there is something even more shocking. The letter suggests that her family's downfall was not an accident. Someone deliberately arranged everything. Jiang Xinbai's hands begin to tremble. The people she thought were innocent may have been involved all along. Before she can read the entire letter, she hears footsteps. Someone is approaching. She quickly hides the letter. A group of men enters the room. They have been sent to find her. Jiang Xinbai realizes that someone knows she has discovered the secret. She tries to escape through a back door, but one of the men catches her. Just when she thinks she has been captured, Jiang Zhen suddenly appears. He fights the attackers and manages to get her out safely. Afterward, Jiang Zhen is furious. He asks why she went there alone. Jiang Xinbai finally loses her patience. She accuses him of hiding something from her. Jiang Zhen becomes silent. She asks him directly, "What do you know about my family?" For several seconds, he says nothing. That silence is enough to make her suspicious. Jiang Xinbai believes she has finally caught him in a lie. But Jiang Zhen eventually tells her that there are things he cannot reveal yet. He promises that he never intended to harm her. However, he refuses to explain why. Jiang Xinbai walks away.